Hello, listeners. I'm Sahil Udani, AVP at ICRA Limited, and through this podcast, I will be sharing our views on the cotton spinning industry. ICRA has recently published a research note on the domestic cotton spinning industry. We have analyzed the business performance of 21 entities, of which 13 are listed and 8 are unlisted entities, having a combined revenue of approximately 36,400 crore. We expect demand for the industry to improve by close to 10% in volume terms in FY24 on a yearly basis, primarily gaining through a shift in preference away from Chinese cotton and the expectations of demand improving at the downstream apparel companies for the spring summer season in US and EU regions. However, an expected moderation in cotton prices will lead to lower realization, which is likely to translate to a 7% year-over-year decline in revenues to approximately rupees 34,000 crore in FY24. Despite lower revenues, ICRA expects the operating margins of Indian cotton spinning companies to improve by around 50 to 100 bips to 11.5 to 12% in FY24. The spinners are expected to benefit from the operating efficiencies arising from higher volumes and lower logistics expenses as the blockages at the ports in various regions have started to ease, accompanied by a reduction in container freight rates. While the cash accruals of players are expected to decline marginally, ICRA expects the spinners' borrowings to come down too in FY24. Lack of any major capital expenditure plan, along with the lower working capital requirements, primarily due to the softening on cotton prices, are likely to lead to lower debt levels and improve the capital structure for the companies. ICRA expects the debt coverage ratios for the sector to improve in FY24, with debt to EBITDA levels forecasted at 2.2 times from around 2.4 times in FY23. The capital structure, as reflected by the total outside liabilities over tangible net worth ratio, is also expected to marginally improve to 0.5 times in FY24. It's around about 0.6 times in FY23. The industry had undertaken high debt funded capex in FY22, partly due to the deferment of any major capital expenses during the COVID period. Consequently, with a drop in yarn demand in second half of FY23, the coverage metrics of the industry had deteriorated in FY23. Due to limited order visibility for FY24 as of now, the spinners have halted any major capex plans for the near term. ICRA, however, expects capex announcements for FY25 to pick up, driven by the modernization requirements of machinery, demand flow from China Plus One movement, and demand resumption from the EU and North American apparel consumers.